Wow, it is 5:05 and this is video from inside Hurricane Milton. NOAA researchers, also known as hurricane hunters, flew inside the storm to collect important data, which will be used to improve future forecasts and help understand how tropical systems develop and evolve. And take a look at this, Hurricane Milton as seen from space. This is video shot from the International Space Station. Senior meteorologist Matt Wentz has been tracking the hurricane, and Matt, the video really puts the size of the storm into perspective.
Yeah, it does, especially from way out in outer space. Right now, those hurricane hunters, Isabel, are going through these storms all the time, and they're not just getting data for research. They're coming up with these numbers that we have. So we are not just guessing at the 160-mile-per-hour wind. They're going inside the storm. They're dropping a radio sound, and that radio sound is getting all sorts of information from inside that eye wall, and they're constantly doing this. They're going in and out of the storm constantly. So the latest update from the hurricane hunters and the Hurricane Center. This is hot off the press as of 5 a.m. Wind still at 160. It is still a monster Category 5 storm. Gusts have been to 200 at times. Just unbelievable. That sustained wind of 160 is constant. That is a constant 160-mile-per-hour wind. That's not just a gust. I can't even imagine what that would be like. This system is gaining steam here and heading towards Florida. The good news is it's going to start to weaken, but it's still going to be a powerful storm as it heads into or just south of Tampa Bay. Forecast now has it as a Cat 4 at landfall, and that landfall happens later today into tonight. Look at the eye wall over the last 12 hours or so. Very well defined. It's about 6 miles wide. Hurricane force winds extend outward. Almost 100 miles from this. Look at the wind shear off towards the north, though. I've painted that on here. That's what's going to start to weaken Milton as it heads into a less favorable environment. But again, it's too strong to even weaken at this point. So here's the future cast. Our models have been pretty consistent, bringing that eye wall just south of Tampa. That would keep the crazy storm surge out of Tampa Bay, but it's still going to be bad. We're talking flooding rains, winds over 100 miles per hour as far inland as Orlando. They're going to get nailed from this. And flooding and storm surge, obviously the biggest issue. Storm surge or sea level rise expected to be upwards of 15 feet of above normal water just pouring into Tampa Bay, Sarasota, down towards Naples, Fort Myers, and the wind is going to be the other issue. We're talking 110-mile-per-hour plus winds heading into Tampa and much of central Florida. Coming up in the forecast, we'll talk about more about Milton, but more so what we're dealing with here in Ohio because it's much, much calmer. Isabel?
Yeah, geez, in contrast, just a monster storm down there, Matt.
It is.
All right, thank you.